I'm Philip Brooks, the Commissioner, Queensland Family Child Commission. What's really important around any sort of reforms is understanding Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander perspectives. At its core, I guess the main parts that we tried to do was ensure that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children and families' perspectives were embedded in everything we do. Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children continually are not accessing universal services. So if we look at the main point Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children come into child protection is neglect. And neglect at its core is lack of shelter, hygiene, education. Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people are less likely to be housed, less likely to access health services, less likely to access education. You can see a clear link between disadvantage and neglect. That's part of the reform that we need to move forward, and the Our Way strategy is part of that solution, along with Family Matters campaign. I really look forward to being part of that journey. One of the key projects that benefits Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children, families and communities is for the family wellbeing funding was cordoned off to only Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander community controlled organisations. So the whole underpinning and the investment approach around that was Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people are best placed to make decisions for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children and families. There's been a major shift, and the activities that sit under that investment approach, such as the family-led decision-making models, collaborative family decision-making models, having Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander practice leaders at a senior level across the regions. This is all forming part of the culturally responsive practice that we wanted to take. It's really important is our relationship between government and the non-government organisations, be it community controlled organisations or non-Indigenous organisations. And that's between moving from being a funder to service providers to partners with service providers. We're equals, we're all part of the solution. We're colleagues, we're partners, we're part of a community and a solution that helps children and families. One thing I'd love to be able to say is to community service sector, Queensland government, families, parents, neighbours, thank you. Thank you for being part of the journey. This is very complex, but we're talking about the safety and well-being of children, and thank you for caring.